then like I have like a bonus of Coachella Record Store, which I didn't buy this. It is actually purchased by Bowerbird, and it was only $10. And I didn't know about this, but this vinyl has quite the story to it. You don't recognize the shape. It is shaped like a floppy disk, which apparently a lot of synths and analog stuff used back in the day. And the band that this is of is New Order. And not only is it New Order, but it's New Order's Blue Monday single. And the interesting story about this, and this is why I'm sharing it, is that the label that put out and distributed this single actually lost money. Like, went into so much debt over this record that even though it's like, I think it's the thing is like, even though it's like one of the most popular songs, like they never made any money on it. So this record, because of the way that it's packaged, put the record label like in debt, because there's all these like I think you would call it like die cuts. So there's all these little die cuts and like little details. So right there and then right in there, and yeah, so it's just kind of like, I just thought this was really cool and I wanted to share it with you guys. If you are a New Order fan, and Dan was just so like beside himself that like he found it, because he's known about this story of this album for so long. To finish up my vinyl video, I have my 3 favorite albums from my collection now. And they are Partridge Family Greatest Hits. Yes, it is a great album. It has I Think I Love You and I'll Meet You Halfway and I Woke Up in Love This Morning. All the good ones, all the awesome songs from the Partridge Family. Like Brady Bunch versus Partridge Family. It's all about Partridge Family, yo. So my next favorite vinyl from my personal collection is, well, this actually isn't from my personal collection. It's from the collection of my mom, and I stole it because she wasn't respecting it the way it should be. So it is actually Harry Nilsson's The Point. And The Point is like my childhood, and I love it, and a small part of me wishes that I would have gotten like an oblio and arrow tattoo. And it's just like originally narrated by Ringo Starr and from, you know, the Beatles and whatnot. And I just, man, I love this. Like, I watched the animation when I was a little kid, and then as I grew older, grew up and, you know, started playing with vinyls and stuff, like I started, you know, playing this vinyl. And I think all of the illustrations were actually done by Harry Nilsson. Okay, so I'll show, because it actually is like cool on the inside too. So if you can see, there's a book that comes in it, and it has like the illustrations that I believe were done by Harry Nilsson, and it goes through the whole story of The Point, which was written by Harry Nilsson, music and story. And it's like, man, it is just so psychedelic and cool and very poignant. And yeah, it's just like, it's so good. You can actually search for The Point on YouTube and watch the entire movie, because I've seen it, like I've watched it on YouTube. And I would, like, if you're watching this video right now, like, X out of it. I don't care. Like, go and search for Harry Nilsson's The Point right now and go listen to some awesome music, great animation, and, like, a fantastic story. I'm just a little kid, so I love Harry Nilsson's The Point. Lastly, my, one of my favorites, like I said, I've never played this one. Used to play The Point and Partridge Family all the time. Like, after school, I would just come home and, like, put those on and then hang out and do whatever. So, this one I've never listened to, but I bought it 2 years ago on a trip to Monterey. I was in Monterey, and then we, like, Bauer and I went into, like, this little record store, and I was looking through all the records and stuff, and I found this. And what's so interesting about it, darn it, aside from the fact that the actual cover is just falling apart, but I refuse to put tape on it because I feel like that will go and compromise the integrity of its authenticity and whatnot. But it is a record about like the music of Madrid, and it's put out by, if you can see this, Pan Am. It's put out by Pan Am, the airline that no longer exists, and a television show that was canceled way too soon. So, woot woot Christina Ricci. But yeah, it's like the Symphony of String Orchestra conducted by James Verteve, Madrid, in a symphony of strings. And it's colorful, and I believe like what they did was probably they put out these stereos to promote like travel. But then I was also recently reading that like an airplane ticket back in the day was sometimes like one person's entire yearly income. So that's why to travel was just so like shishi or something. Like, I don't know, it was just amazing. The songs on it, or like the music on it, is El Choclo, La Paloma, Gypsy Dance from Carmen. And the other really cool thing about this is that it's yellow! What? It's a yellow vinyl. I would like to say that's rare, okay? Yellow vinyl is not something that was like, you know, always pressed. So this is like a special thing. And I'm waiting for when Barbara and I get our own house one day with a beautiful, like, record player. There's just so much dust in this. This was not well taken care of, but it is yellow, and I cannot wait to play it in my house one day when I host my very first dinner party. Because I want to host a dinner party one day, and where people dress up. I have a thing with people dressing up. We just don't appreciate moments as much anymore, and I want to host a dinner party where there's like place cards and all that kind of stuff. Not that I'm like a lifestyle person by any means. I just like to live my own life. So yeah, that's my vinyl video. And thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I can't believe I have like 63 subscribers. I know some of them are real, and some of them could be bots. I will see you guys next time, and if you have an idea for a video for me to do, comment down below, because I will totally consider it. Alright, I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Like, that is so cool. And this is what makes records and vinyls so interesting and awesome.